go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that helps us out a ton. And of course it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now y'all, can you believe this, y'all? Hundreds and hundreds of criminals in Cook County, Illinois. Now that's Chicago, okay? Just might as well just say Chicago. Hundreds of criminals are missing, y'all. I'm saying they escaped, y'all. They were let free on ankle monitors, including many, many people accused of murder, y'all. Murder. Hey, we think you might have killed somebody, but put on this ankle monitor. You're going to come back to court when it's time, right? Mr. Accused Murderer? Well, we can trust you now, can't we? So they let these people go, and now these people are off in the wind, y'all. And now we all know that Chicago is the murder capital of the United States when we're talking about big cities. And also in our recent reporting, y'all, in our recent stories, we've covered stories where Walgreens is abandoning Chicago. Why? Because of the violence and the stealing and the theft, y'all. So today we're going to take a look at maybe one of the contributing factors. Just letting anybody, we think you killed somebody, but slap this thing on your ankle, go ahead out there, and we'll see you back in court in a few. We'll sort it all out. This is crazy, y'all. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
1 in 12 accused criminals on electronic monitoring in Cook County are missing. Those monitors run by the Chief Judge's office keep them out of jail until their trial.
Now that office admits it has no idea where all those people are. Sabrina Franza is always investigating. She's been tracking electronic monitoring issues for months now, and you joined us with this update where these people are.
We're tracking the program, the Chief Judge is tracking the program, but now we have these numbers. Turns out 8% of the people on the county's electronic monitoring program are unaccounted for. This matters because, as we've been reporting, warrants are issued for these people's arrest because they're trying to evade justice. The man accused of shooting and killing Chicago police officer John Bartholomew was one of those people before he was taken into custody and charged with murder.
So there you have it, y'all. That is why this story is coming to light, because one of these people who was trusted, y'all. Don't you think an ankle monitor has a certain level of trust to it? I mean, considering you're not locked up, you can just cut it off and go wherever you want. Now, I know the authorities probably will know that you cut it off and will probably know that you're no longer on the monitor, but they trust you not to do that, right? So one of these trusted members of society, well, he was in the wind, and when he finally got caught, he wound up killing one police officer and critically injuring another, y'all.
The same ankle monitor system that was ignored by 26-year-old Alfonso Talley. Records show he'd been in trouble for all of his adult life. He disregarded his curfew to the point that he didn't get home to charge the battery, and the ankle monitor went dead. Police say on April 25th, he went on a crime spree that ended with a mother of three, pistol whip with a broken nose, one police officer dead, another fighting for his life. 3,048 people were released pre-trial on electronic monitoring. Almost 20% of them are charged with violent crimes. 7% aggravated battery, 4% criminal sexual assault, 0.8% charged with murder, and 246 of them cannot be found.
Not only are they missing, they have no idea where they're at.
Someone at my house right now, there's a gunman trying to shoot my husband. Oh my God!
Every day's a freebie for us.
Yeah.
Like, we're not supposed to be here.
People were trying to shoot us when we were pulling in our driveway, and I shot them.
Are they struck? Are they down?
This is a free day for me. This is my gift. And so if I can't give back to society, if I can't help you with however many years I had left, but I was supposed to be dead on February 12th, 2020, then there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
I'm Lindsey Duncan. I grew up in Texas, born in Houston, Texas. Spent my entire professional career basically practicing nutrition in search of health and wellness. This, what you're looking at right now, that's hand batch, that's hand crafted. And I've built now 5 nutritional supplement companies. I'd gone through a really bad divorce. My wife was attacking, lots of attacks on me. First started financial attacks, and then it went up to personal attacks, and then she kept amping it up. It was either on me or on my current wife.
I started kind of seeing red flags when just it kept getting progressively worse. Like there wasn't ever a time where it was like, okay, she's satisfied, she's moving on, you know, it just kind of kept coming.
I received a call one day from an ex-military operative named Billy Martin, and he spent his whole entire career in the military, and he was a sniper instructor, and he had been dating my ex-wife, Cheryl. And he said, I want to meet with you, and I'd like to meet with you in private, preferably at your ranch. And as soon as he walks in the house, he said, you're a dead man. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm a dead man. He goes, Cheryl has offered me $1 million to kill you. And I just looked at him. He tells me every single thing that I do every single morning. And he tells me where all my security cameras are, and he tells me everything. And I'm just sitting there, I'm kind of going, how do you respond? I don't even know how to respond to this. And so I said, do you know when you leave here, I'm going to call the police? And he goes, I know that. And he said, because she's going to hurt somebody. She will kill you, or she will try to kill you, or she will pay somebody to kill you. And he said, and I'm not going to be blamed for it. And I'm the perfect person to be blamed for it. And he left. And I called the Austin Police Department. Took the case to the DA. The DA didn't pursue it. And I was floored. I couldn't believe it. Molly and I typed an email up, and we said to the detectives,
None. Zero. They don't know we're in the state of Illinois. They have no idea where these individuals are. So think about that. I mean, it's not like they could just go out and start looking for them, but they have no clue.
Now, of course, this ankle monitor policy, there are many different reasons for it. One of which would be economic. Maintaining somebody on an ankle monitor is going to be a lot more cost effective than locking somebody up and keeping them in jail, right? Another is the philosophy, the philosophical leaning of people like your boy, the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor of Chicago, Brandon Brandy Boy Johnson, and many judges. Y'all, the judges are the ones who implement these policies, right? And a lot of them feel that criminal justice is a sickness, like your boy said. Or a lot of them feel like the people who are caught up in the criminal justice system, even the perpetrators of the crimes, are themselves victims. But in recent months and years, y'all, a lot of the public has started to say, look, the public has started to say to the judges, look, you let somebody go, let somebody out, let somebody back on the old streets. When they do something to somebody else, maybe you should be held accountable for that.
Now, the chief judge promises to update the data we just told you about, though when we tried to get to the bottom of who has gone AWOL, they told us they would get back to us shortly with those details. That was at 10:50 this morning. Joe, Erica.
So is there a chance that fewer people will be put on electronic monitoring as a result of what's happened?
Well, right now we don't have those numbers. Those are released monthly, but ultimately there's a whole process that goes even before this. The state has to ask for somebody to be detained or not, and then the judge in each case will decide if somebody's put on that program.
Now, y'all, I'm going to just do a quick little clip from the Walgreens closing. I know that our previous video on this did over 120 to 130,000 views, but I just want to remind you that all of this has consequences. You have a dead police officer. You have a critically wounded police officer. You have major corporations that are fleeing. This crime has consequences. And I will say this, not necessarily in the judge's defense, but when you have jails that have limited capacity, you know, as a judge, you do have to take that into consideration. Just yesterday, we did a story on Rice Street Jail in Atlanta, which many people consider one of the worst places in the entire country. And yeah, you do have people who are accused of serious crimes, but you also have people in those jails who are accused of misdemeanors, who are being held. And so when you stick a murderer in there and there's no security, as the judge, you can't increase the security in the jail. So I'm just saying, y'all, this is a very complex problem, and but here's the outcome of not solving that problem.
Walgreens is revealing some of the specific financial problems that prompted it to close a longtime location on Chicago's South Side. That announcement that the Walgreens at 86 in Cottage Grove will close on June 4th has prompted a major backlash among customers and Chatham residents.
I'm here today because we're closing the store on 86 in Cottage Grove. But I just want to make sure everyone understands, closing stores are not our goal. It's a last resort.
A trio of Walgreens executives, including the manager of the soon-to-be-closed store, explained the company's controversial decision at a community forum hosted by State Senator L.G. Sims.
But if this decision is not going to be reversed, what we want is to understand what is next for this community.
Earlier this week, Walgreens announced the closing of its store at 86 in Cottage Grove, which has served the Chatham community for more than 20 years, creating what many residents are calling a prescription desert and a continued disinvestment in the black community. Today, the Walgreens executives revealed that store lost more than $1 million last year, partly due to declining prescription sales, but also a massive amount of store theft.
Theft at this store is 16%. That's 4 times above the company average.
Lock boxes help us protect the merchandise in the stores. A lot of the times those lock boxes get destroyed, and that's at great cost to the company.
They say Walgreens was spending about $400,000 a year for security guards in the store, but there were still attacks on store employees.
So yeah, y'all, I want y'all to let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Let's say you're a judge. Let's put you in the position of a judge. Let's say you know you have an overcrowded jail. It's not your job, it's not your responsibility, and it's not even within your capability to immediately increase the capacity of the jail. So you have an overcrowded jail, and day in and day out, you get criminals coming into your court system. You know that when you put people in these jails, that it's just going to make the jail situation less sanitary, less safe, more unpredictable. So what do? Do you release these people out on ankle monitors? You have to make a decision today, okay? You have to make a decision. You have to make 5 decisions this afternoon. You can't, you can't stop everything. Well, I would just make sure the jail, no, you can't do that. You have to make these 5 decisions this afternoon. All of these people are innocent until proven guilty. So you don't, you can't sentence them. They've been picked up on suspicion. And you know from your experience that some of these people are actually innocent and didn't do the crime. Even if they are criminals in general, they didn't do the specific crime for which they're being detained, right? You don't have any evidence of any other current crimes. So, and you know also that, let's say 20% of them didn't do the crime, but they're criminals. And the other 80% did do the crime, and they are criminals. I'm just talking about the criminals. So what do? Do you say, okay, we're going to jam you into this jail where it's unsanitary, where we don't have space, where we're going to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to house you, that we already have a budgetary problem, and I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to jam more and more people in there? You have to make this decision this afternoon. Or do you say, I'm going to release you back out into the community. Let's throw something on your ankle and see how that works. You're accused of armed robbery and pistol whipping someone? Let's just put an ankle thing on you and send you back out there and hope it all works for the best. I'm laughing because it's kind of a ridiculous, if you really think about it, it's kind of a ridiculous proposition now, isn't it? But I don't want to sway you, though. Let me know what you think, y'all. Drop a comment down below. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you back. You know that we are a paralegal school. If you've been watching our program now, you know that we've been around for 23 years. You know that we help people get going in the paralegal field. You know that we've helped hundreds of people since 2003 start their career in the paralegal field or even move up in their career. Our certificate is good nationwide, and our program comes with an internship placement so that you'll get real experience on your resume. If you're interested, y'all, we are running a discount for all of our YouTube subscribers. Click the first link down in the description. Join us.
Are you getting the runaround from workers' comp after your work injury? You're not alone. A lot of injured workers are stuck in a system that's confusing, frustrating, and honestly just plain unfair. Maybe your job rushed you back too soon. Maybe your doctor doesn't seem to care. Or maybe you're just sitting at home waiting to hear something, anything about your case, and getting nowhere. If you've suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone, a torn tendon, or anything that required surgery, you could be entitled to big compensation and real answers. And it doesn't matter if the injury happened weeks or even months ago. If you're still dealing with pain, time off work, or bills that are piling up, this applies to you. Click the link around this video to take a free 30-second quiz. Based on your answers, you'll find out how much your injury is worth and speak to a local attorney who specializes in workers' comp cases just like yours. We've helped hundreds of workers who were stuck in the exact same situation, injured, confused, and unsure of what to do next. Take Steven, for example. Steven tore his rotator cuff lifting heavy boxes on the job. His employer told him it was just a strain and gave him some time off, but the pain never went away. He didn't know his case could be worth 6 figures until he took the quiz and got matched with a lawyer who fought for him. Here's what most people don't realize. The workers' comp system is designed to save the insurance companies as much money as possible, not to actually help you. The truth is, working with a lawyer can get you up to 10 times more than handling it yourself. After you fill out the quiz, a top-rated local attorney will contact you within 24 hours for a free consultation over the phone. You'll get a step-by-step plan for what to do next. And if you move forward, your lawyer only gets paid if you win. No upfront fees, no hassle, just real help. This isn't about gaming the system. It's about standing up for yourself when the system lets you down. A lot of injured workers feel guilty for speaking up. They don't want to be seen as difficult. But let me ask you, did your employer feel bad about sending you back to work while you were still hurt? Did the insurance company lose sleep when they delayed your treatment? Are they the ones worrying about how you'll pay rent this month? You got hurt doing your job. Now it's time someone fought for you. Click the link to the 30-second quiz now. There's zero risk, and it could be the first step to getting the help and justice you deserve. Still unsure if you qualify? Here's the deal. If your injury happened at work, you needed surgery, time off, or are still in pain, and you haven't received a settlement or hired a lawyer, there's a good chance you do. So what do you have to lose? Click the link, take the quiz, get answers. You don't have to do this alone anymore.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With Wix, you can grab yours now and then get to work. Here's why it matters. Back in 2019, I had this killer business idea, but I delayed getting the domain name because I wasn't ready. That was a huge mistake. Someone else grabbed it, built the exact same business I planned, and now they're making all the money that I could have been making. And that's why I'm sharing this. Locking down your domain name is crucial, and on Wix, it's super fast. They handle all the tricky tech stuff for you, making it seamless. And honestly, having a domain name gives your idea instant credibility. A domain name isn't just a name, it's a way to claim your space and take your idea seriously. Because once it's taken, you're stuck paying a premier price for it or losing it. So go to Wix right now, search your idea. If the domain is available, grab it.